Aquarius, this is your energy check-in love reading. We're tuning into the person on your mind or your current situation and the energy unfolding for you right now. Let's see what wants to come through. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Aquarius, please. All right, your energy, the Tower in reverse, Aries, Scorpio energy. Your person, the Page of Cups in reverse, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Ooh, they're viewing you as the Star card, Aquarius, Major Arcana there. What you're not seeing is the Ace of Cups in reverse. And we have the High Priestess. So trust your intuition, Cancer, Pisces energy. And we see the Tower in reverse and the Eight of Cups. All right, Aquarius, I do feel like you may have moved away from this connection to avoid disaster. And with the Tower in reverse, I feel like you may not have fully let this person go, but I do think you feel confident in moving away from a connection that you weren't fully trusting, or you weren't fully feeling like this person was emotionally invested, they were emotionally available. And I'll tell you what, this person is hurting. This person is missing you or feeling like they missed an opportunity. They're seeing you as the Star card, a future, wanting to heal things, but they also see that you're not afraid of being independent, doing things on your own, that you're on the right path. But this is also you being the star of the show for this person. Now, the Tower in reverse, Aries, Scorpio energy. Why is that here for my Aquarius, please? And we see the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, you pulled your energy back to avoid disaster. Some of you to focus on your own path. Some of you, you're going to be reaching, I'm hearing stardom, popularity, you know, maybe like a huge uptick in like your social media following, getting some sort of reward, recognition, some sort of fame, just being recognized, well-known, success. But it's interesting because the Knight of Pentacles in reverse is like you stopped putting time and effort into this connection because you felt something was off, or they weren't emotionally available, or there was something here you couldn't trust. Now, some of my aquas, you didn't want this person to take you off of your path, and you may have felt like this was starting to become something draining, confusing, or distracting. All right, let's see how you're viewing this person. Tower energy, Aries, Scorpio energy. You know this was a shock and a surprise for this person, Aquarius, because you may have been the one that was always making plans, moving towards them, hoping to heal or hoping to repair, putting in the effort. You know, they may have gotten lazy. They might have gotten comfortable. They might have been like, all right, Aquarius is cool that I'm not emotionally invested, that I kind of do my own thing. I act single, or I don't show up all the time. All right, you know this has been a tower or a wake-up call for this person. And we see the Nine of Swords, but you're seeing the connection as the Nine of Swords. See, I think you felt, Aquarius, that this connection was starting to distract you from what really matters, or starting to distract you from like your path, your healing, your success. I feel like you felt a little bit too uncertain, or like you couldn't trust this, like you were starting to lose sleep over either what this person was doing, what they were thinking, why they weren't coming towards you. And I feel like you took the bull by the horns here, and you made a tough decision to move away to avoid disaster, that you needed to do things differently, even if that meant doing things on your own. Oh, that's such an Aquarian vibe. And your person, the Eight of Wands. Now your person's trying to manifest you, wanting to come towards you. They want to communicate. But they may have a little bit of a blocked heart chakra here. That means they may have been hurt or disappointed, or they may not have been ready to receive the love that you were giving them. All right, Aquarius, let's go to the Oracle deck and see what messages, advice, and guidance come through for you. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Aquarius, please. You were chosen. You were chosen because you're perfect for this mission. Simply shine your light on the road ahead, and you will help others to see their way. So, I mean, you may be a karmic lesson for this person in your actions and your behaviors, whether that's within this relationship or on your personal journey to success. Like, you're a teacher. Okay, this is a teachable moment for this person. All right, but for a lot of you, I just feel like also like I also feel like you're following your path. Like, you were meant to be in the spotlight here, Aquarius, or you were meant to achieve this success, because whatever you're doing, you're working your light. And it's part of your true soul path and purpose. And that's also to help raise the vibration of others. All right. Beautiful things take time to grow. So this may be something you've been working on for a long time. All right. But there's no need to rush. Allow yourself to grow at your own pace. And for some of you, you realize that you needed to grow without distraction, without fighting, bickering, and arguing, without someone who is making you feel unsure about where you stood or if you were good enough or what they were doing. Like, I just feel like you are really, Aquarius, not in the energy, don't have the time to put up with anyone's immature bullshit. Okay? And I feel like that's what you started to see here. And now we see in the making, yes. There may be something in the Taurus reading that I just did. They got this card as well. And another fixed sign. Do check that out if you feel called to, if you have Taurus in your chart or not, if you're dealing with a Taurus or not. And just remember, if a particular reading isn't resonating with you, Aquarius, check out your other signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and also your North Node. So in the making, you're entering a new reality, opening up to new levels of you and where your best self exists. It's your time to shine, so don't hold anything back. Boom, there it is. You're on your path. You're on the right path. You're about to get, if you're not already getting, reward and recognition there. Spirit saying, Aquarius, it's time to believe in miracles. You have to take risks. Miracles will only happen if you allow the unexpected to happen. And this may have felt risky for you to move away to avoid disaster. Or this, maybe some of you are taking some major risks in your career or, like on your health and wellness journey, whatever it might be. But you're on the right path. I cannot stress that enough. You're in such a high vibration. This person is seeing that and they're very attracted to it. I don't know if that matters to you or not. You're going to have to let me know down below. It doesn't even matter what this person thinks at this point. For some of you, it's yes. For some of you, it's like, no. This was a distraction. Not saying that you were with them for a distraction, but this was distracting you from like the larger plan. But that's not for all of you, okay? Page of Cups in reverse. This person may not have been emotionally ready for this connection. They may have come off as emotionally unavailable. Also, the Page of Cups in reverse can also be an energy of not really being able to trust what this person says. Their actions and words may not have been in alignment. Something about what they told you about their past and their past situations may have also made you feel a little bit like, I don't know. Is this the person that's meant for me? Two of Cups in reverse. Yeah, you're in separation from this person. They still have love for you. They still see and want potential. They still see potential and still want a chance here. The Eight of Swords in reverse, but I feel like they were acting a little bit shady. Some of you too, I don't know if it's their realization. I think you probably realized first, but that they kind of repeat karmic patterns in relationships. And I kind of feel my Aquarius were like, you know what? I'm not really up for that. Like, I see you repeating the same pattern over and over again. And they may have tried to do that with you. And you were like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that, I also think that there may have been something a little bit shady here. We'll see. Or something that felt off. Knight of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sag energy. I do actually see that this person was loyal to you, Aquarius. But with the Knight of Wands here, I do think that they're going to take a risk, take a leap of faith. I think they're missing you. I think they're missing the fun that you had, the ease and comfort that it was to be with you. Again, I feel like you made this person very comfortable. The Star card, they're seeing you as the star of the show. They're seeing you as being on the right path. Four of Pentacles, but they also know that you've let go. You're not clinging on to this, and things are working out for you. Queen of Pentacles, yep. They see you as somebody, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, grounded, self-assured, very creative. They also see you as somebody who takes good care of themselves, their house, their home, their finances. I think they're realizing here what what you are, who you are, your worth and your value. And the Hanged Man energy in reverse. Yeah, that you're not hanging out in ambiguity. You're not hanging out with somebody who's not going to meet you where you are. You're not hanging out with somebody who, you know, where you see just it's all potential, but it's no action, right? And we see the Sun card in reverse. This person's probably acting like everything's cool, like everything's okay, but they're hiding their real feelings. And I think their real feelings here are sadness and disappointment, but we'll get into that in a second. All right, let's see for my Aquarius. What do we need to know about this person? What do my Aquarius need to know about this person? I just feel like my Aquarius, you're about to hit it big if you haven't already. Judge energy. They want to balance the scales of justice here with you. They want to make it up to you. They want to bring this connection into union. Managing the fair distribution of power. Again, they most likely weren't pulling their weight and they realize it. And we see the Alchemist. They're trying to manifest you. You have been a major lesson for this person, Aquarius. And I mean, some of you, like, you're not going to be able to unsee what you've seen about this person. But for others of you, I feel like, you know, like this person is learning, they're growing. So some of you may be open to that, but let's see. I don't know. I just had like a moment of like, I've totally blanked out after that. So maybe that message wasn't meant to come through clearly. But I do see this person trying to transmute energy, putting themselves in your shoes, wanting to balance the scales of justice with you. Let's see how they're viewing you though. Oh, they're seeing you as the queen. Male or female, it doesn't matter. You radiate the regal feminine. Use your benevolent authority to protect others. So you're kind, you're good, you're compassionate, but you're certainly high vibrational. And maybe even a little bit out of their league, Aquarius. There might be something in the Taurus reading for you. There were some similar messages, different cards, but similar messages. And we see rescuer energy. So above all, Aquarius, you provide strength and support to others in crisis. You act out of love with no expectation of reward. See, you acted always above board with this person, and they weren't showing up for you the way you needed them to, and they see that. They also see that you're powerful, you're compassionate, but you're good. So you're not self-absorbed. You don't put people down. You don't make people feel like shit who are around you. You raise people up. This person is having a major, major awakening about you. Ace of Cups in reverse. This is what you're not seeing. They're hiding their feelings. They're hiding their disappointment. They're feeling like they missed the opportunity of a lifetime because they weren't stepping up. They couldn't step up. Ten of Swords. This has been a very painful ending for them. Queen of Cups. They're super emotional behind the scenes. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And the Four of Swords. They're trying to heal. They're not taking action. But I feel like this person behind the scenes, Aquarius, is completely defeated. But I think they're also not defeated because you decided to walk away. Not defeated because you're successful, but because they're seeing that they chose chaos, or they chose to be they chose, fighting, bickering, and arguing, or immaturity over being open to this connection with somebody who's extremely successful and extremely high vibrational. The High Priestess. Trust your intuition here, Aquarius. Now, this person most likely does have very deep secret feelings for you. All right. And we see the Page of Pentacles in reverse, but this person is not ready to reach out. Justice card. Okay, they know they need to make it up to you, but I also feel like you need to trust your intuition. You're not meant to give to this connection right now. You're receiving karmic justice in the form of success, reward, recognition, whatever it might be, and you're getting clarity. This person is going to try to come back around when they have more clarity. I don't know if it's going to be good enough. Yeah, right now they're not ready to talk and they're feeling confused. Again, this can be somebody who rushed in and out of the connection, or, they rushed into the connection and they stopped giving. And you were like, what the hell? Where did you go? What happened? Now, there's something here, like, I don't know, there's something here I'm not really trusting. And I feel like it comes from more like emotional immaturity, Aquarius, than it does like them being a player. But of course, you know your situation better than I do. So let's see what else we need to know about this person. What else do my Aquarius need to know about this person, please? Drained. Yep, they're feeling drained right now. They're going through it behind the scenes. Lunch. this person misses like your companionship, your friendship. I mean, the physical too. Like there are deep romantic feelings here, but I think this person really misses you more than they thought, and options. This person's feeling very confused. They might be getting a lot of input from other people. Yep, they're sending you love. They're definitely a secret admirer right now. Sending you love, trying to manifest this. Addicted to social media, watching your every move. Self-absorbed though, but again, they're a little bit too self-absorbed. It was all about them, not where it should have been all about you, but it was like more like me, me, me. The Page of Cups isn't giving. He wants his cup to be filled, and it looks like you were filling that cup up into a point. All right, and we see supportive. Yeah, but at the same time, I think this person, there's a part of them that is really proud of what you've achieved, Aquarius. They are, and they may have started off as being very supportive of you. Again, this is so much like the Taurus reading. All right, they may have fair or light features, or you might. That's going to be confirmation for some of you. But I kind of feel like this person started off as quite supportive, or they said they were quite supportive, but deep down it was more about them. Me, me, me. And it feels like you were handling a lot. Like you're on your own path of like up leveling, right? And it's like then you have to manage this person, their feelings, drag them along. And I don't think you minded. I feel like you're a very supportive person by nature. Like we're seeing that you're compassionate, you're benevolent, you take care of others. But like there's only so much you can do, and there's only so much you can do for other people as well. All right? Because Spirit is saying you are absolutely on the right path here, Aquarius. So don't feel like you've been self-absorbed or selfish here in your actions or your behaviors. That's not the energy I'm getting. All right, let's see what we need to know. Everything will unfold in divine timing. Be patient. Someone feels remorse for the way they treated you. Your soul remembers this intense connection. Some of you, this is somebody in your past, or there's a past life soulmate connection. But you need to do the self-love and the self-care. Again, for a lot of you, I feel like this was not adding to your peace. Now, we do see at some point in time they have been, or they are, or they still are supportive of your success, but it became all about them at some point in time. And you realized that. And that was going to be a distraction to what you were really meant to be doing. And again, because you were overgiving. This person, that Page of Cups, that's somebody who's like me, me, me energy. So clear your energy field and focus on yourself before acting. You're on the right path. You've made the right decision here. All right. Now, we do see working less will help strengthen your relationship. Now, if this is somebody that you want to come back around to, Aquarius, if you can, it may be that you're going to have to create more time and space for them. I don't know if you're ready for that. I don't know if you want to. It's going to be up to you. And we see that you and this person don't share the same vision, so you may be on very different pages about what you want. Again, I kind of can see the energy of my Aquarius here being very driven, wanting success, wanting to change your circumstances, wanting to up level, and this person kind of wanting things to be given to them, done for them, or just kind of staying where they are. And that's a big mismatch in future goals, okay? So let's see what this person wants to say to you. What does this person want to say to my Aquarius? I miss being with you. They do. And they miss your friendship, your companionship. Just being near you is intoxicating and fun. And you brought freshness, newness, something avant-garde to their life, right? You were the best thing in my life. Yep. And I love you. Okay, so really strong feelings here, Aquarius. You know if you would give this person another chance or not. And like I said, it's going to be different for all of you, so do drop me a comment down below. Let me know how you're feeling here. What do they want to say to you, Aquarius? What do they want to say to you that they might not be able to easily articulate? Your words linger in my mind. Yeah. Whatever the last thing you said to them was. I'm more affected than you know. We definitely see that. And I got spooked. I got scared. and I'm reminded of you constantly. Some of you, they see your name like pop up. I don't know if it's like you're taking off on social media, or it's just like memories, or like, I just feel like they're constantly reminded of you here. What are their very next actions towards my Aquarius? So in the next like 4 or 5 days or so. What are their very next actions towards my Aquarius in the next 4 or 5 days or so? Hanged Man, hanging out, not really taking action, loving you, seeing you as their soulmate. Emperor energy, stepping up. Ooh, and the 10 of Swords, feeling this painful ending. Yeah, this person's not quite ready. I feel like they don't know how to quite come in yet. But I do think they're stepping up and owning it behind the scenes. They're starting to own what the role they played in you walking away, or this connection not working out for now. Some of you it is for now. For others of you, again, like I said, you're on a different path here. It's a very successful path here you're on, Aquarius. So keep going. All right, let's see what else we need to know. What else do we need to know here for my Aquarius? Advice and guidance. Match the effort. You don't need to give more to receive more. Yeah, and most likely that's what happened. You matched their effort and it exposed a huge gap. Let this teach you. Every experience offers refinement. Yeah, lessons to be learned. Trust what's stable. What's meant for you won't require constant tension. And I think that's what you started to feel here, Aquarius, to be honest. I think you started to feel less than supported. All right. And clarity comes from distance. Stepping back can allow truth to surface. This is when distance serves clarity. Yeah, and I think that's what's happening here. Observe, don't interpret. All you have to do right now, Aquarius, is observe. All right, I'm going to leave it here, sending you love and light. Take care.